Given that O is the center of the circle, and the blue shape is a square. Find the perimeter of the square. Line constructions, Pythagoras theorem, cosine rule, right-angle triangle properties. Arithmetic and algebraic processes are used to solve this question. Solution. Label points C, E, G, and K. Let angle CB equals to theta. Using cosine rule for triangle ECO. The square of line OE equals the sum of the square of line OC and the square of line EC minus 2 times the product of line OC and line EC, multiplied by cosine theta. Substitute values. We have that the square of 5 equals the sum of the square of 7 and the square of 8 minus 2 times the product of 7 and 8, multiplied by cosine theta. Solve for cos theta. This implies that cos theta equals 88 divided by 2 times 7 multiplied by 8, which equals to 11 divided by 14. We call it equation 1. Label point D. Join perpendicular line OD. By trigonometric identity. Sine theta equals the square root of 1 minus cosine square theta. Substitute equation 1. This implies that sine theta equal the square root of 1 minus the square of 11 divided by 14, which simplify to 5 times the square root of 3, all divided by 14. From right triangle CDO. Line OD divided by line OC equals sine theta. Substitute value. Line OD divided by 7 equals sine theta, which equals to 5 times the square root of 3, all divided by 14. Substitute values. The length of line OD simplify to half of 5 times the square root of 3. Using Pythagoras theorem. The square of line CD equals the square of line OC minus the square of line OD. Substitute values. We have that the square of line CD equals the square of 7 minus the square of half of 5 times the square root of 3, which simplify to 121 divided by 4. Take the square root of the equation. This implies that line CD equal the square root of 121 divided by 4, which equals to half of 11. We call it equation 2. But line CD equals half of line CG, which equals to line GD. This is because OD is a line bisector of line CG. Consider right triangle DOE. Line ED equals line EC minus line CD, which equals to 8 minus half of 11. The result is equals to half of 5. Since line GD equals line CD, line GE equals line GD minus line ED, which simplify to 3. After substitution of values. Since line GE equals line KG, it is because side length of a square are equal. Therefore, the perimeter of the blue square equals the product of line GE and line KG, which equals to 3 times 3. The result is equals to 9 square units.